session is held with the regional under two headings, one under the Innovation Club activity, another under the NEP 5th anniversary celebrations. And the Innovation Club activity is done under the guidance of the NCIDE. What are the activities we are doing under the Innovation Club in various regional centers, Cochin. And also it helps us to document of what are the events we are doing under the Innovation Club activity, particularly at the regional center Cochin. And the institution Innovation Council also has the access to the activities done under the Innovation Club activity at various wings of Indira Gandhi National Open University. And today we have a special lecture of clubbing not only the Innovation Club activity but also the NEP 5th anniversary celebrations. And we have a special guest with us, and I request Dr. Prasita Krishnan, who is the Nodal Officer for Innovation Club activities at Regional Center Kochi, to introduce the speaker and also the topic. Over to Dr. Prasita Krishnan.
Thank you, Dorothy Madam. A warm welcome to each one of you to this very important session, I must say, on fostering research and innovation culture in HEIs through NEP implementation. And I am greatly, I express my sincere gratitude on behalf of all to our resource person for today's session, Dr. P. Balasubramanian, who has in fact accepted our invitation at a very short notice. And so we are very grateful to you for this. And I know he's a very busy person, but in spite of that, he has taken his precious time out to deliver this session. To just give you a brief about Dr. B. Balasubramanian, he's currently serving as an associate professor and head at the Department of Commerce and Management, School of Arts and Sciences, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Cochin, Kerala. Sir has been a chairman of the Board of Studies for the Commerce, and he's also a member of the BBA program. As a part of the research, he's also guiding many PhD students under his initiatives. And Dr. P. Balasubramanian has also given various lectures and talks in the areas of financial markets and services, currency derivatives, insurance management, personal finance, and he has also more than 17 years of experience in teaching and 5 years of administrative experience as well. In fact, his post-PhD teaching experience is 8 years from Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, and he has also headed the Department of Commerce and Management in the capacity of Chairperson, Amrita School of Arts, Humanities and Commerce. And his teaching assignment started even before his PhD, and he has covered various form of topics from undergraduate courses like financial accounting, management accounting, banking and insurance economics. He also took courses in advanced managerial decision, security analysis and portfolio management. I think this can go on. He has a good amount of research and teaching experience, I must say, and he is also thesis examiner for the Mahatma Gandhi University, Bharatiya University of Kerala and Anna Universities. I am sure with this distinguished academic career, he would be the right person to talk basically on this very important topic, that is fostering research and innovation culture in NEIs through NEP implementation. In fact, we all know that 29th July, we are all celebrating the 5th anniversary of, I must say, the National Education Policy, which we all have adopted in our higher education institutions. And I must say that IGNOU has been the pioneer in implementing many of the national education policy initiatives. And I am sure with this lecture, we all would get a basic idea about how one can foster research and innovation culture in HEIs. A warm welcome to you, Subramanian sir, for this session. So you're not audible to us, sir?
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the exhaustive introduction. Respected dignitaries, Regional Director, IGNOU University, Dr. J.S. Drosti, and the coordinator of the Innovation Club, Pratisha Unnikrishnan, esteemed academicians, educators, and my students, friends. And very good afternoon to one and all. And a warm and heartfelt good afternoon to one and all. Pratisha, you have made an elaborative introduction about myself, so thank you. Usually I used to cut short it and I have to support to give you, but instead I have given my website address. So in my website you can able to see the elaborative introduction of myself. So anyhow, thank you. It's a privilege to be a part of the online innovative club, as IGNOU University has started this new initiative as a part of NEP implementation. It's a good insight that lies at the heart of India's educational transformation, because it's a role of university to contribute and to produce a vibrant citizens to the nation. So fostering research and innovation culture in higher education institutions, implementation of NEP 2020 plays a vital role. There is a common phenomena question: NEP and research. This NEP, this 2020 of India, places a strong emphasis on promoting quality research within the education sector. The NEP, the 2020, advocates for the promotion of multidisciplinary research to address complex societal challenges. It also encourages collaborations across the disciplines, departments, and institutions to foster the innovation, creativity, and the holistic problem solving. Wholeheartedly, I thank IGNOU University to provide such a wonderful opportunity for the younger generations to come out with innovative ideas and creative thoughts. This is a good stepping stone for all other universities and as well as institutions to come forward to contribute for the societal development. This policy emphasizes increasing funding for research and development, research and innovation in education sector. This innovation club has to propose initiatives to attract investments from public and private sources to support high quality research projects, infrastructures, and capacity building effort. For instance, the Innovation Club can collaborate with CPPR, Center for Public Policy and Research, where students can use the opportunity of doing some internships in a small duration, maybe 1 month, 3 months, depends on the various projects and internships they possess. The club can contribute based on the granting greater autonomy to higher education institutions by enabling to develop their research agendas, priorities, and strategies. This autonomy of this club foster a conducive environment for nurturing a culture of research excellence and academic freedom. As per the implementation of NEP 2020 policy, the policy proposed the establishment of National Research Foundation (NRF) to facilitate and fund high quality research across all the disciplines, that including educational sector. This National Research Foundation aims to support cutting edge across all disciplines, promote innovation, enhance quality and relevance of research output. It also emphasizes the importance of partnerships in driving innovation, entrepreneurship, and socio-economic development. The implication of the policy is also highlight the importance of promoting and preserving indigenous knowledge system through research. It also encourages every researcher to explore and document traditional practices, wisdom, and innovation contributing to cultural preservation and sustainable development. The NEP also recommend the importance of upholding the research integrity, ethics and transparency by doing some club activities like entrepreneurial club, innovation club, creativity club, and other social, societal implication clubs, etc., where involving the students to participate and involve themselves to learn and to preach. It emphasized the need for robust mechanism to ensure the quality, credibility, and ethical conduct of research, including peer review, ethics committee, and research ethics training. The policy also calls for the development of robust mechanism for assessing and evaluating the quality and impact of research outputs. The policy also advocates for the use of metrics, indicators, and peer review process to gauge the significance and relevance of excellence in research contributions. So that based on the NEP implementation, it recognizes the critical role of quality research driving innovation, knowledge creation, and national development. This conducive ecosystem for research excellence, the policy aims to position India as a global hub for cutting-edge research and scholarship across diverse fields, including education. When we say the national education policy, since IGNOU University is celebrating the 5th year, it is a landmark document after 34 years has reshaped our educational vision. With the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, as its core lies on the compelling agenda to make India a global knowledge superpower by promoting a research-driven, innovation-centric for higher education ecosystem. This NEP 2020 is seen as a transformative initiative aimed at overhauling India's education system, especially concerning higher educational systems. This NEP seeks a synchronized Indian education with international norms, promoting innovations, critical thinking, and interdisciplinary learning through its progressive agenda. If we focus, one of the most crucial reforms made by NEP 2020 is focus on fostering a research-oriented culture within higher educational institutions. Earlier, why I have chosen this particular topic for today's discussion for lecturing is, when you see the last 34 years, most of the higher education institutions like various universities, they have contributed much for student content development, student-centric oriented. Research also has been focused. But the present scenario, 100% the motive of university should focus aligned with research method. So the pedagogical method for the current faculty educators should be diverse through research process. If any faculty say that I will teach instead of research, the teacher want to perish. So without research, you cannot survive. So do research or perish. So this regarded an essential for converting Indian higher education institutions into the Center for Knowledge Creation rather than solely knowledge disseminations. As incorporation research, maybe into undergraduate or postgraduate curriculum, the NEP aims to connect academic education with practical implications so that we can foster the societal progress and technological innovation into the system of research and innovation plan. So the research and innovation has the essential to the policy objective, especially with focus on Indian perspective. It has to become a knowledge-based economy in the 21st century. So the NEP promote the creation of National Research Foundation to furnish money and assist for innovative research across multiple fields. So these foundations seek to cultivate a cooperative environment within the academicians, industry, and government to collaborate. A cooperative environment as a significant contribution to the societal and global issues that rely on healthcare, sustainability, and more. If you see, for the last 2 years, the Indian education system has focusing all their research under the campus ambience into the sustainability purview because the ranking framework they focus on based on 17 SDG goals, which SDG has comes covered under the purview of the particular ambience of environment. So it became a pivotal role for all the education institutions instead of the rank, along with the ranking process of NIRF or NAC or NBA, whatever the ranking system focus, it's become additional credibility. We have to go for sustainable orientations. So this NIRF will significantly contribute to the advancement of interdisciplinary research, which is widely acknowledged as vital for tackling complex, diverse issues that transcend the conventional academic borders. So, nonetheless, the NEP established an ambitious framework for research and innovation in higher education. The ability of Indian colleges and universities to execute these reforms in differ significantly. So each academic institutions or the higher education institutions, they're supposed to prepare the institutions to adopt the NEP research-centric vision that should rely on multiple elements, including the accessibility of research infrastructure, the existence of sufficiently trained professors, and the inclination of students to participate in research endeavors or the collaborative of national international approach. This encompasses the public and commercial institutions have significant disparities in their preparedness and capacity to embrace the research-oriented paradigm advocated by any policy. If you see, there is a research conducted by private and public colleges with the professors level, how this NEP has successfully relate with research. As far as public colleges in India frequently contented with constrained financial resources, example like bureaucratic obstacles, antiquated facilities, or numerous public institutions despite their rich tradition and legacy, sometimes they encounter the considerable difficulties in confirming the contemporary research demand, etc. Many things may take place. So faculty at these universities frequently encounter all excessive administrative duties, resulting in insufficient time for substantiate the research endeavors. So what happened is ultimately the absence of state-of-the-art equipment, laboratories, access to the international research network might all hinder research productivity and constrain the capacity for innovations. As a student interest in research, although evident, is frequently insufficiently developed due to the inadequate exposure, mentorship, and instruction in research procedures. Conversely, if private colleges are frequently perceived as more adaptable and receptive to shift in the educational environment. So the institutions with substantial fund and resource have been more expedient in implementing the NEP reforms. They attract academics with international experience, providing cutting-edge research facilities, and offer a flexible curriculum that promote interdisciplinary studies, linked with international curricula with universities. Nonetheless, even within private university, there are apprehensions over the degree to which research is emphasized. As far as Amrita deemed to be is concerned, we encourage students in undergraduate level to go for research. In post-graduation level, compulsory they have to publish Q1 or Q2 quartile journals. Then the degree will be awarded for the student. So these all creating the culture of students should imbibe the research process. Moreover, you take private universities may encounter difficulties in inciting the students to research-focused programs, since numerous students continue to view higher educational chiefly as mean to secure immediate employment rather than a basic for enduring the research careers. So let's think about in what way this NEP fostering the implications of research and innovation culture. So that we have to know about the vision of NEP 2020 on research and innovations. If we say this NEP 2020 recognize that education without research is incomplete. So it envisages creating a culture of curiosity and creativity, transforming higher education institutions into knowledge hub, not just knowledge consumers. For that, I quote the instinct of our Chancellor, Mother Amrita Devi. She used to quote, education for life is more important than education for living. As Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, we focus what our Chancellor motto say, education for life we preach here rather than living. So that encourages problem solving, critical thinking, and cross-disciplinary research. This focus, most importantly, establishing the National Research Foundation to seed, grow, and strengthen the research across all disciplines. So ultimately, each academicians ensure the quality research is a cornerstone of a nation progress. This statement from the NEP document underlined India's ambition to reclaim its Vedic age glory in global scholarship. I hope I am not confusing the audience. The vision of NEP 2020 on research as the first major reforms in over the 3 decades that set the stage of India to emerge a knowledge-based economy driven by research, innovation, and creativity. Now the question from the educationist point of view, why research and innovation? So let us begin by asking, why does research matter? Because no nation has progressed without investing in knowledge creation. Because the future belongs to the thinkers and doers, just not passive learners. Because our greatest challenges is climate change, healthcare, energy, inequality. That's demand innovative solution to it. So this NEP 2020 recognize and place research and innovation at the core of its educational transformation. Based on the understanding of research and innovation, this NEP 2020 has a new paradigm for research in India. So the policy envision a complete reorientation of our educational ecosystem from the rote learning to inquiry-based education. So there are some key highlights how the vision could include. First one, you have to establishment of National Research Foundation. This NRF will fund, will mentor, and promote high quality research across the disciplines, not just in science and technology, but also in social science, humanities, languages, fine arts, etc. So it's aimed to democratize the research, taking it beyond allied institutions. For example, you take NRF will support state universities and colleges that lack research infrastructure, offering mentoring through the premier institutions. Example, this Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham supporting in terms of research to understand the social inclinations in dead remote places. We offer live-in labs. This program encourage the students to relocate from the institutional place to that particular destination where they will remain for a particular month or the duration that's stipulated for them. They undergo all the study, they'll come back and they have to submit the report. Based on the feedback and comments, the institution will contribute to what extent possibility or the policy to the concerned panchayat or to the concerned local government bodies. So this is how institutions should support the societal implications. This NEP 2020 resembles. Second, the paradigm shift of research, integration of research into all level of higher education investment. Here, the welcomed approach is in undergraduate, when government implement 4-year program, third year exit, which is called every year exit. Since Kerala, we located at Kochi campus, we want to follow the state government of Kerala norms. That's called State Council for Higher Education. In each state, they have the State Councils of Higher Education. They say that every year students should not exit. But NEP say every year student can exit. So commonly put together, we say that third year students can exit. If they interested, they can do honor program. They have two pathways in the after completion of the third year. One is honor, and another is honors with research. If students are interested to do research focus, they can take honors with research, but the condition is they're supposed to earn a minimum of 7.5 CGPA. For honors, it's not necessary. It is advanced level of first year post graduation. So when we do graduations 25 years back, we never thought of research or anything. Only those who are interested to come out for the college educational or the school level education, they focus on B.Ed as well as research. In 25, 30 years before, people may think about only Master of Philosophy. Very few universities started offering in the concerned department PhD programs. But today we are very happy. We thank to the central government. The current scenario has absolutely changed and highly favorable for the student-centric approach of learning. So the undergraduate student will be exposed to the research methodology, critical thinking, and hands-on inquiry. So our curriculum designed based on in undergraduate level, introduction to research project. Every undergraduate student, whoever pass out from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, has to undergo the internship or a minor project every year. So this is compulsory. These we have implemented since as a Board of Studies Chairman, I have implemented for the last 10 years before in this campus. So whoever, when they go for any placement, they ask about any the pivotal background, whether you have any experience, they could able to tell about the 1 month internship or 3 months project, what they have underwent. So this research methodology paper facilitated the students to continue their education in a systematic. Whereas multidisciplinary, this talk about where the system possesses open elective or generic elective. As far as students who qualify from Amrita, they learn every third semester and fourth semester and fifth semester, they have a paper called open elective. Other than the concerned department, students want to learn a different paper from other department programs. For example, commerce student, they will learn in third semester any one paper from visual media department or from mathematics department or from physics department or from English language and literature department or from the fine arts department. Paper like painting and drawings or sculpture or maybe photography or videographies. So these all come into the existence of our Amrita system for the last 25 years before. So we were following the IIT Hyderabad style. So this multidisciplinary research come into the existence to our system 20 years before. So now we thank this government, which they have implemented last 5 years before. For the last 2 years, successfully our Amrita University, we are implementing this NEP 2020. Right? I'm very proud also to say that. So this multidisciplinary research focus and enable the students to explore the real world problems through various lenses, so that we could able to get many projects, many research outcomes. These all encompasses the students to focus on in different dimensions, so that students are getting vast opportunity relate with internships, project, placements, etc. etc. Example, if you say, and institutions like IIT Gandhinagar and Amrita, UG students already engage in community-based and industry-oriented research for the last many years. Third one, a paradigm of research in India, breaking the soils, promoting the interdisciplinary research. This NEP encourage cross-disciplinary research, where a student of commerce may collaborate with computer science or psychology to solve complex issues. If you say example, you take Ashoka University and IIS Bangalore are actively promoting interdisciplinary centers for climate studies, for AI and ethics, and public policy. As far as Amrita is concerned, our campus is just 1.5 kilometers to the Amrita Institute of Medical Science campus. We collaborate with psychology department, with cybersecurity department, with the dermatology department, where computer science department is collaborating with various projects with Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences. Where our commerce and management department, we collaborate with psychiatry department in medical campus. So we able to do some counseling related emotional intelligence, like that we could able to contribute, so that the ICM, Indian Council for Medical Research, they could able to contribute much funding. Even though we belongs to the social science background, we have a very limited source of financial agencies. So they could able to feed us. So these are a small example for how research has to be promoted in terms of interdisciplinary research. Then research, I request the audience to please mute. Fourth paradigm, research and innovation cells in every higher educational institutions. If we say institutions are mandated to create research and innovation cells. So thanks to IGNOU University, already we have started this initiative. This will foster collaborations with industry and governments. They organize research workshops as like hackathons, innovation challenges, monitor patents, research grant, and publications. If you see the example, the University of Delhi has set up the innovation cell in affiliated colleges, engaging all faculty and students in solving the local problems. I doesn't know how IGNOU University is contributing towards that, but still, we are the cutting edge. We could able to support or have an association with Amrita. We could able to do many good things to the society in future endeavors. Fourth, it emphasizes on local, contextual, and community-centric research. This NEP, the last paradigm shift, it promote research that serve the society, focusing on regional languages, indigenous knowledge, agriculture, rural innovation, and sustainability. This encourage using local data, local wisdom, and global methods. Example, what I already connoted in the Live-in Labs program at Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, students have live in rural areas to conduct research-driven interventions. Example like in clean water, sanitation, sustainable energy, healthcare, etc. So these all comes under the NEP 2020 implication, a new visionary or fostering the paradigm shift of research in India. Third, faculty as research leaders. Faculty as a major contributor for the students and institutional development. They should expect not only to teach but also to lead research initiatives. This NEP 2020 recommends research linked promotion and appraisal is required. As far as Amrita, we already linked 5 years before research track, standard track, teaching track. So we have 3 levels. Teacher, the faculty, those who are interested to teach, they are bound to teach, they are not disturbed for anything. Standard track is a middle level medium. They have to focus on teaching as well as research. The research track focus on exclusively, faculty will have a minimal workload of teaching. Majority time they have to spend on research. And they have to produce the outcome, research outcome also, in terms of patent or in terms of publication or in terms of thesis, whatever. Then faculty development programs in terms of research design, publishing, ethics, and funding. So these all will collaborative, the institutional to focus on research between institution and across the borders. If you say the example, UGC Catalyst, now they have eliminated ACTs, Atal FDPs online and offline, NRF proposed funding. These all will support continuous upskilling of faculties in research. How an institution focus on research infrastructure and ecosystem. The implementation of NEP 2020 insists on upgrading the labs, libraries, computing resources, and assess the journals. It called for funding models, CSR support, alumni engagement, and public-private partnerships in research. So these all will foster more to focus on infrastructure and ecosystem in the academic institutions. Example, you take IIT Madras, they have a research park, and the IISER Pune, they open a labs that demonstrate how robot infrastructure drives world-class innovations. So these are a good example for our universities. Students should empower in research. To all students here, under NEP, you are no longer just exam takers. You are the knowledge creators. As a student, I hope the students also have joined here, you can take research electives, work on community problems, write research papers, and even file a patent. For example, in undergraduation, Two students under my guidance, normally I won't encourage for the undergraduate level to guide because I won't find time. But still, last year, two students, they came for the undergraduate level for to do research project. I'm supposed to guide them in the process of honeybee collection. So I told them, why don't we get association with Kerala Khadi Village and Industry Commission? So I have spoke with them. Along with their help and support, the students at the undergraduate level, especially BCom third year, they could able to do a exhaustive result by doing research where the honeybee collections are take place in Thrissur district as well as in Ernakulam district, and they have submitted the report to KVIC. So these are a small initiative where the mentor has to facilitate the students to involve in research process. Example, under Smart India Hackathon, students are solving real challenges posed by the ministry and industries. The winners often get patent support and startup incubations also. Example, the district industry center Ernakulam, all the district industry centers in every district as contributing a small amount as a seed money for all the institution to establish a entrepreneurship development club. Based on the club, we are leading to the next level of incubators. So these things, the students can step initiative along with the mentors and they can help the institutions as well as the society to grow. Sixth point, encouraging innovations in startups. This NEP 2020 encourage entrepreneurial thinking in terms of integrating design thinking, entrepreneurship, and intellectual property into the curriculum. That may promote any universities to have the incubators, innovation hub, and startup cells. A good example is you take Amrita, they have Amrita TBI, we call the Technology Business Incubator, that has been ranked among the top 5 in India, supporting over 200 students, startups, and innovators. So these are a small example. Next, seventh, international research collaborations. As far as in India, higher education institutions are encouraged to partner with global universities, host joint research projects, joint research articles writing in terms of two author can be the Indian author, one may be the foreign collaborator, so that one first author will be the main author and will be the corresponding author, so that you can able to pursue good publications in terms of quartile 1 journals or quartile 2 journals, or you can come out with a good research in terms of thesis or patent contribution, or you can have a good association tie-up with any foreign universities. You can come out with dual degrees, etc. These all will encourage and globalize Indian research output while exposing our students to international benchmarks. For example, you see, you take some IITs, they have a joint PhD program with Australian and UK universities for gaining traction under NEP internalization strategies. When we also thinking about to have collaborative with internationalizations for the research project. So our PhD policy, 2024 policy, has also implemented by our Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. There should be one international reviewer for the doctoral committee meeting that is not mandatory, that is recommended to be part of that, so that you will have the worldwide implications also in terms of research. For example, when any student do research in terms of Kerala as a sample size, sometimes the entire Kerala population may not be equal to the UK populations or US populations or maybe to the Australian population. So when paper or thesis goes to the university level review, they may think about the population size is very limited. So these types of comments, these types of outcome can be productively utilized when only when if you include international professors. So a cultural shift in education. Finally, This NEP 2020 vision is not about policy alone. It's about creating a culture of research and innovation. The question here, a culture where questions are valued more than answers, where failures are seen as stepping stones, where curiosity is celebrated as much as marks. So these are all the main concept focus on innovational culture. If you see, to shape the 21st century knowledge society, we must acknowledge the bottleneck that have long hindered excellence in our higher educational system. Now, the current challenges in higher education institution, the first understand the bottleneck of NEP, fragmented research output and over-dependence on rote learning, limited funding and lack of industry academic collaborations, inadequate interdisciplinary research opportunities, low global research ranking of Indian universities. So these are all the current challenges in higher education institutions. So how we can overcome that? Point number one, you have to fragmented research output over dependence on rote learning. If you see, this NEP 2020 clearly responds, encourage inquiry-based learning, critical thinkings, problem solvings for early stage of educations. That is how you take IIT Gandhinagar, even first year BTech students are exposed to independent research modules mentored by the faculty to develop early scientific thinkers. So that promote research across the disciplines, not just in STEM, but also in social science, humanities, art, fine arts, etc. Second, students' empowerment in research ecosystem. If you see, our students here, what Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam says, dreams are not what you see in sleep. They are the things which you do not let you see. So this NEP give you the wings to convert those dreams into research, innovation, and the societal impact. So as a call to action to the faculty, to the administrator, and to the student. Faculty, let us mentor student beyond the classroom into labs, communities, and global research network. When I say beyond classroom, sometimes beyond the timing is also important. Certain works we could able to do it only beyond our timings, not to the stipulated punching times or the institutional time. To the administrators, let us invest in libraries, labs, journals, and various collaborative tasks. To the students community, you should have to be more stay serious, ask more questions, explore the problems so that we can build solution. So remember, research is not just about publishing papers. It is about solving the problems. So the vision cannot be fulfilled by the policy. Once again, I'm repeating. So the conclusion of my talk, the NEP 2020 does not simply revise our curriculum. It reimagines the soul of Indian higher education. By nurturing a research and innovation culture, our universities can lead the way not only for India, but for the world. So let us transform the higher education institutions into temple of inquiries, creativity, and discovery. So let us make India once again the Vishwa Guru, the global seat of knowledge and innovations. Thank you very much. Jay.
Thank you very much, sir. So, friends, we were listening to Dr. P. Balasubramanian on the topic of research and innovation culture in higher education institutions. As part of all our virtual meetings, we always schedule related to the SWAYAM courses. So IGNOU courses means one subject is also available in the SWAYAM portal, and you can visit the SWAYAM portal and be benefited of the academic bank of credit possibility by successful completion of the program once you enroll. And we also want to share that the IGNOU admissions are also open for the July 2025 session, and we welcome you to visit the IGNOU website www.ignou.ac.in. Friends, even though the topic spoken by Dr. P. Balasubramanian was on the topic, the fostering research and innovation culture in higher education institution through NEP implementation, he gave one unique life skill which will help me to share about the life skills which we generally share during the virtual meetings. One of the life skill is to education is life, and education has to be linked to the society. So, friends, we cannot be a single person living in this earth, and we cannot monopolize life when it comes to when we are living as an individual. So, living as an individual in this earth implies either we are placed in an organization or a family or in a society at large. So, how we are going to talk about our life, whether we are always concerned about our life, and we, as an individual, we encourage you with a life skill. Do not worry about your life because it is not in your hands of what you will become. And do not worry about tomorrow also because we do not know what happens tomorrow. And if you are worrying about tomorrow, it is draining today's energy to do today's work. And friends, with the thought of what we have to do ahead, we have to plan. We have to have a time span for each of the activity without procrastination from our end. And what we can change, but what we cannot change, we have to have the spiritual intelligence to trust in the Almighty God. So, with this few life skill and with the information about the availability of IGNOU programs and the courses in the SWAYAM portal, and we also want to share that a course on NEP itself is available to anyone who wants to be more aware in the SWAYAM portal. So please visit SWAYAM portal and be benefited. Also visit IGNOU website www.ignou.ac.in. So with this few the interlinked thoughts on life skill and SWAYAM portal, I request we have our friends from Visakhapatnam, from ISWAL also joining us, and also our coordinators. Few of them are with us, so I invite them to be part of the discussion.
May I request Dr. Jalaja Kumari from RC ISWAL to kindly share her thoughts, ma'am? Are you there, ma'am? I think.
Friends, the recording of this video will also be available in the YouTube channel of IGNOU Cochin, so that you can be benefited by revisiting what Sarah deliberated. And two things which, as any researcher, would take home messages. Research has to be integrated with life and it has to reach the society. So our findings should only be institution specific. It should be easily generalized at the end. So in order to generalize on the long term benefits for the entire life of humanity, you have to have co-authored papers, collaborations, and sometimes mentoring also helps in reaching out to the benefits of the society. And always in all research methodology books, one term comes: searching, researching, and research. You search again your own research, it also becomes another research. So I request Dr. Prasita Unikrishnan to share her thoughts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful session. It was really very informative and thought-provoking. Because one thing which I observed from your session is you have highlighted so many practicalities in our day-to-day research life, which you as a faculty usually face, and what Amrita Institute of Technology, Amrita Arts and Sciences is implementing at the ground level. What I understood from your session is that research has to be at every level, starting from the UG, PG levels. Because when I remember when you were sharing your thoughts that yes, what you said is so correct. At UG level, we never even thought about research. Uh, Thinking about research, we didn't even know what a research was some 20 years back. So that's a very good shift which we have got from the past to the present. Now I am seeing students even coming here at IGNOU. They are so much into, they like even UG students sometimes they come and ask me, ma'am, do you have any innovation centers here? Or if we want to do some entrepreneurship, how you can guide us? So that way, some thoughts are coming even from UG students as well, and that's a very that is the best part of this NEP policy. I feel wherein research has to be inculcated at every level, and what you said about the National Research Foundation in every university, that's also very basic, very good initiative by the National Education Policy. And as you rightly said, NEP is not about just a policy, but it's a process wherein you generate a culture for innovation and research at every level. So I would just like to ask you, maybe if you can throw some light over it, sir. Do you know have other universities all over India are have they implemented this national education policy for research? Are you aware about it, or do you have any idea like where all the NRFs are functioning and they are doing a very good job in the past 5 years, sir?
A few universities, they have started implementing for the last 2 years of NEP 2020. But as far as collaborative with NRF, still there is a question. Because there are people have a blank how to fill up the proposal.
Yeah.
Because while we submit for the NRF, we supposed to know that what way we have to conceive the particular proposal where we can recommend. That's a question of gap is prevailing everywhere. So maybe I request IGNOU University in future if you could able to organize the research proposal writing. So exclusively to submitting research proposal for ICSS or social science research or DST, because each funding agency is absolutely different. We cannot club all the funding agencies because ICMR focus on entirely different than NRF. NRF will focus differently with ICSSR because the domains are different, the motives are different, the way of funding, the source of fundings are different. So exclusively we could able to organize. Many universities they have started in the last 2 years.
And sir, one more point which I could very much very informative from your session is that having international collaborations. Like
Yes.
we were doing research at that point of time, we used to listen, there would be an international person who will be reviewing your thesis. But I suppose our theses are not being sent to an international reviewer or so. But is it not compulsory, sir? It's not compulsory.
It's compulsory, ma'am. As per Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, we have a national reviewer, international reviewers.
Okay, okay.
It's mandatory. Even in many conventional universities also it is mandatory. If you take in Tamil Nadu, few universities like Anna University, Bharatidasan University, Bharatiyar University, they are insisting in the policy from 2006 onwards, national reviewer, international reviewer. But my understanding in the state of Kerala, when NG University, Kerala University, they have only 3 national reviewers. Out of 3, if 2 reviewers hold majority in the positive comment, viva will be declared. So it is encouraging aspects when we collaborate with any international professors, with universities.
Yeah.
That encourage.
Any one of you has any doubts or queries or want to share your thoughts with sir, please unmute your voice and video and kindly ask the question.
Friends, we also place on records to one of our seniors and also one of our mentors at IGNOU, Madam Shakila Samchu, for introducing Professor Balasubramanian to Regional Center Cochin. And we are also grateful to Sri Muhammad Ansar and Madam Reshma for coordinating the event, because there is if we are standing in front and we are making it live, there are many who are standing behind us and they are never visible. And the two keepers for all the live relays are Professor Sri Muhammad Ansar and I request our Assistant Registrar Sri K. Muralidharan to share the vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon to all. Respected our guest, Dr. Balasubramanian, Associate Professor and Head of Commerce and Management Department, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Kochi. Dr. J.S. Daroti, Regional Director, Dr. Prasida Unnikrishnan, Deputy Director, and all staff of Regional Center, Regional Evaluation Center, and RC Learner Support Center. First and foremost, I would like to express our gratitude to Dr. Balasubramanian for sharing your valuable words on fostering research and innovation culture in HEIs through NEP implementation. Next, I would like to express our gratitude to Dr. J.S. Daroti, Regional Director, Dr. Prasida Unnikrishnan, and all other staff members of RC Regional Evaluation Center, RC Learner Support Center. Once again, thanks to all the participants of other RCs for being part of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Muralidharan, sir, and Assistant Registrar, IGNOU Regional Center, Kochi. Friends, we have come to the end of the session by Dr. P. Balasubramanian on the topic fostering research and innovation culture in higher education institutions through NEP implementation. This program is from IGNOU Regional Center, Kochi, under the Innovation Club activity and also the 5th anniversary of NEP 2020. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for giving me the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, sir.
And even I'm grateful to Shakila Shamshuddin, my voice.
We are also
Thank
grateful.
you. Thank you. So shall I leave now?